In the last 2 years, that's really dipped down and I've sort of got a little bit over taking landscape photography, but it's sort of coming back now where I'm really enjoying taking the landscape photos, currently doing a road trip through Portugal and Spain, and I want to be able to sort of showcase all these amazing spots that I'm going to with some beautiful photos, of course, of beautiful places. So today we're at Praia Da Ursa, which is a 30-minute hike down to the beach from the car park. We're just parked up from the lighthouse. I've packed my bag, we are ready to go. We're gonna have a picnic for sunset. Praia Da Ursa, perched 46 kilometers northwest of Lisbon, is the westernmost point of mainland Europe. The descent to the shoreline isn't as bad as what you've probably read. It's a bit steep, but it's nothing crazy. It's only about 20 to 40 minutes. Once you arrive, you'll find no lifeguards, no facilities, just golden sand, rugged cliffs, and the roar of the Atlantic Ocean. The setting is paradise for photographers like me and those seeking out solitude. For this evening of photography, I packed relatively light. A tripod, drone, a graduated ND8 filter, a ND1000 filter, and a circular polarizer. Oh, and 2 lenses, a 17-28 and the 28-75, both made by Tamron. I decided to leave my main camera at home and just put the lenses on the GoPro. That's actually my terrible humour. I bought my Sony A7 III, of course. And my favourite Salomon trail running shoes will be worn, even though I'm not running. But if you want to sponsor me, Salomon, I'm on board. It's pretty nice. So I just made it to the viewpoint. It's only like 10 minutes, but it's fairly beautiful. Steep section here, and it's not really steps, it's just like a path that goes down on a really weird angle, so just got to take time and be careful. So I think that's the way you would go down to the beach, but there seems to be a path that goes up there where you can look over the beach, so we're just going to go have a look at that and see what it looks like. Oh, very tight in here. 2 photo spots I was looking at, that one there and one over there. What I was sort of thinking is making the rock the sort of centerpiece or point of focus. There's some cloud coming in, so I'm hoping it's not going to be cloudy for sunset because it's been cloudy all day. So I did see online that people were saying that the track was really bad and steep and very unsafe, but after being here, it's really not that bad. It's pretty comfortable. It's not very steep. There are rocks and boulders everywhere that act as steps, so yeah, it's completely safe and very much worth it. This section has a rope, but I don't really think it's needed. It's not that steep. It's definitely a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
That's what she said.
Dinner with a view. What more could you ask for? Yeah, now it's time to take some photos. It's golden hour now. Let's see if we can get some nice shots in. Water is extremely cold, so I really don't want to get anywhere near it. We're going to try and photograph this rock here. Hopefully it's not too close and I have a wide enough lens on. So I only got a 17-28 by Tamron. So let's see. Very beautiful area. So I would like to get the shutter speed down to as low as I can, sort of show the motion over the rock. We do have a polarizer on at the moment, but you know how sometimes it doesn't work so well. It darkens one side of the sky. So what I'm going to do is take it off and put on a graduated ND8. Hopefully that'll do the trick. So I do use square filters. I find them a lot better than the circular ones. And I'm hoping an ND8 is all I need because that's all I brought. So let's see. See, it's darkening everything pretty well. Alright, so it's down to an extended low of 50. So the minimum is actually 100, but digitally they can take it down to 50. So we'll see if we can work with that. It seems to be pretty good. They just say I'm overexposing, but that's the sun. I'm going to point it more this way in a second. Okay, let's see what we can do. I really don't think it's going to work because there's too much water and the tripod's sinking in the sand. So I don't think it's going to work. There's just too much light going on here, and so also for you Instagram people watching or TikTok or whatever, I'll do some vertical photos for you, even though I really hate them. Just for you guys, I will do it. So one trick you can do if you're taking photos of yourself, you put it on interval mode, turn it off, put into interval mode, take the photo, and then walk into the shot, and you'll add a subject to your shot, being yourself. So hopefully I'm adding a good subject to the shot. So I'm just going to move down the beach now and get a bit further away, and I don't like it here, I don't like the composition. Photo tip of the day here, we're out at the beach, and if you're trying to get reflections on the sand and there is no reflection because there's no water, it's all dried up, you can just wait for a wave to come through. That'll create some water on the sand, wait for it to back away after 5 seconds, and you'll get your reflection. But do be quick as it dries up, so you have to make sure you're fast with your shots, get it all composed and ready to go. Now come to Rock City. Pretty unique compositions around here. Very cool, as the young people would say. But I need to pick the rock, the famous, infamous rock, but it's not really our center or point, is it? But we'll take a few shots anyway and see how they sort of turn out. Make sure they're in focus. But you do know that when you're using a graduated filter, if you notice that you are overexposing or underexposing, you can just push it down or pull it up, and that'll make it brighter on the bottom, darker at the top, which is very, very handy. Okay, I'm just going to move forward. So we've created a pretty unique horizontal composition here. We've got that rock there, and then this little stream just there is like a leading line almost, which brings us to the backdrop of that giant rock there that this beach is famous for. It's really a cool photo. I'm just going to lift this up a little bit. Might even just lift it right up, get everything exposed correctly, and I'll just make a slow shutter speed because it doesn't really matter that much. Back this off. Again, for you goddamn people watching this on TikTok or Instagram, I have to put it vertically. But to my surprise, it's actually still a good composition. I thought it was going to be ruined if I put it vertically, but it's still pretty good. Didn't think it would be. As you can see on the histogram, I'm sort of, hopefully this GoPro set up, but I'm almost clipping, but I'm not quite there yet. Okay, let's continue on Lockie's tour de rock, I suppose you could say. Oh, look at this water in here. Wow, this is stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Very unique composition here as well. It is a very sort of picturesque spot. I find myself with these zoom lenses, I'm almost always shooting around 24mm. I don't know why, it's just what I do. And sometimes I could, oh, good wave coming in now. Maybe a bit too much coming in, but it's okay. Might create a cool reflection, hopefully. Let's see. Let's hope these waves calm down a little bit. Oh yeah, stunning. Stunning image. Anytime you touch the focus and you're using manual focus, oh, it's a pain. Now I'm just going to wait for one more image of the white water coming up here that I can try and snap, because it creates a pretty cool foreground when the water comes up like that. Come on, a little bit more, bigger wave please, not too big, there we go. Alright, we do have to move on, unfortunately. As you can see, it's really turning it on here. It's such a beautiful spot, and the light is really getting nice tonight. I thought the clouds coming over were going to ruin it, but they've made it so much better. And what I want to try and do with this next shot is I want to put all these rocks here that have fallen off the cliff into the foreground. They all look super cool. This dude just ran around and was like, why is he talking to a camera? Anyway. These rocks were in the foreground, they're all stacked together really tightly. Have these rocks in the background with the sun. Oh, it's going to be good. Let's see. So I've got all these rocks here, got the bigger rocks in the background with the sun and the sky just turning it on. So that's what you can see. It's obviously not 100% level on the camera yet, but I will make it level. Anyway, I'm just going to set the GoPro up over here. And because I'm not capturing running water anymore, I can turn the shutter speed down as low as I want to ensure I capture the way I want to capture it and the right exposure. So I'm going to take a series of photos here because this is just a stunning composition. So I'm shooting at about 20mm. I put down my f-stop to about f10 to make sure it's a bit sharper, and I up my shutter speed to 1/13. So it's whatever works, whatever gets the exposure correct is how I put it. So yeah, it's looking really nice. If you can see behind me, the sun's dipped behind the clouds and it's sort of overexposing my image a lot, so I'm taking 2 lots and I'll just blend them together in post. If you do landscape photography for long enough, you know that staying in one spot, you're guaranteed to get one image that looks the same as all the other images you got, just with different light. Make sure you move around. That's the best thing I've learned from landscape photography, is always keep moving. That way you're capturing a multitude of different compositions. Definitely had worse views. So yeah, now I'm just going to walk around a little bit and try and get some different compositions all over the place. And yeah, I've captured, I think, some good ones tonight. I'm still waiting for the sun to set, but I think it's just going to fizzle out into nothing, unfortunately. So I'm pretty stoked with what I've got.